Good morning, fellow zombies. I am not alive. I am not awake. And I had to get up this early in the morning to take care of some matters. It is 5:10 in the morning, West Coast time, for the Monday of the 30th of June, 2025. Your zombie, Weaver Johnsey of Roseman, California, who's just wanting to crawl back to bed again. Ugh. The things we do for being a caregiver, guys. I can't say the emotional outburst or soliloquy to say. No cutesy phrases or anything else. It's just we do our jobs, and that's about it, because we got our own reasons at this point. I'm still doing the 24/7 I'm a dog, mama's little girl. And she is still called She Must Be Obeyed, at least under my breath anyway. She's got a vet appointment tomorrow, supposedly at 8 o'clock, but apparently Dial a Ride says no. You gotta get me there a little bit later. So, yeah, I'm talking about personal stuff, but you know what? On that one. So I'll walk her in as an emergency after I get dropped off and see what's going on with the eye boogers or anything else happening. Maybe at the time I can get her nails done. But I'll tell you something, the things I have to do to take care of a dog, I do that for a family member. When my brother was alive, I would do things for him. I would make appointments for him. I would accompany him to places. And being stuck on public transportation, which sucks out here in Roseman and Kern County anyway, the things that we would have to do, I mean, I would have to go pick up my brother's medications down at the local pharmacy, which is already shut down, and now we got a backup here working, taking over Rite Aid. Rite Aid's crashing and burning, say goodbye. Thrifty Ice Cream's being switched over to the local uh, grocery store chain. But my brother was on a different insurance, so I didn't have to deal with that one. No, I would have to go to someplace else. I would go out to Lancaster, California, pick up the medications and bring it on back. Well, it's been several years since my brother passed away in February of, actually it was September of 2018. So I deal with myself. And taking care of myself sucks. But there's no way in hell I'm going to be taking care of myself in an environment like this unless I really want to have somebody taking care of me. Problem is, there's no way in hell they're going to be able to deal with this nightmare in Elm Street called Bug War. Yeah, it's gotten worse and worse. In the morning hours, or during the daytime, the whole place seems to be crawling. Rarely do I actually do any early morning logs like this or talking about my life. I think I gross people out because of the bug war. If they happen to see anything crawling around over here, don't be gross. This is not a Halloween situation. This is real life. I deal with bugs on a constant basis at this point. Things I have to deal with. I have to deal with early morning wake up times to deal with my mother going to the restroom when she needs to, or she has a nightmare and I gotta see how she's working with it. But if that's not bad enough, try this. About 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and she'll still want to go to the pee pads, and I'm just trying to get myself to sleep. But a couple hours earlier than that, she's stressing and wanting me in the bedroom because around 4 or 5, she's already detecting somehow that the sun is setting, and she can't stand it. She still wants my attention, so she yells and hollers at my name. Danny, Danny, I want you in here now. And then I got to get her calmed down so I can get at least an hour and a half or 2 hours of sleep so I can function. because then I'll be figuring around 11 o'clock, midnight, 1, 2, 3, 4, till she settles down. And then I can get some morning nap. That's why my recordings are so screwed up right now. I don't have the usual 6 to 8 hour sleep cycle as people would have. No, mine isn't that way. I catnapped. If I'm lucky enough to get about 2.5 hours, that's good. If I get 2.5 hours of quiet time away from her, it means I can try to get some stuff done, but not much. She'll be still wanting my attention. And the thing is with my dog, she's blind, she's deaf, she's old. She can still run around if she can still sense things around here that are not scaring the hell out of her. But this time, because of that sleep shit in her eyes, it's got her frightened. She's got her confidence lessened. So, what do you do? If you're a caregiver, you have to do everything you can to take care of your charge. Some people just look at it as a business. Other people probably take it as a personal mission. For me, it was just always about family. I took care of, helped take care of my aunt as a young kid. Kept her occupied and didn't even realize it. Changed her lifestyle. She had been a griever. She lost her husband a long while ago. Was a grieving in pain, angry at the world, angry at everything. Kid crawls on her lap and just holds her cheeks and says, "I don't care how mean you are, I still love you." And turned her into a sweetheart. So how about that for caregiving for a kid? Or dealing with her. There she goes. There goes Mama. She's waking up to finds out my scent's not in there. So now she's gonna find out and demand my attention. I'm gonna put the headset down. I'm gonna take care of her real fast and just let the camera record, guys. Damn it, woman. She must be obeyed. Damn it, woman. It's too damn early in the morning for this. Peep had time. Peep had time. Intercept me. Walk it around. Walk it around. Back up. Oh. Ah. Back in that gorilla loving this, and now I gotta wait for my mama to use the pads, and then she'll be done. And then she'll be either trying to run or sit there and wait for me to pick her up and put her back into the bedroom again. I had taken care of a lot of dogs in my lifetime. My family, we've had them since I was age of 5, I think. Various. Some short timers, others are long timers. And it never gets easier dealing with the loss of them in one form or another. It never does. I had been a caregiver to a grandmother when she was stroke, trying to go to junior high and high school and dealing with that all the time. And it was hard as hell. Then you have to be a caregiver or caretaker to your family when it's their time to go. Ma's health was declining for the last decade of her life, slowly, but she was dying. We didn't even realize it. So that was hard for her to deal with it. And the last 5 of her years, she was committed to a hospital bed. I think about the last 2 years of her life to a hospital bed. Dave and I did an in-home hospice, and that was back in 2013, February, when she passed. Big Brother, on the other hand, 2018, September. His was short and intense. His departure from the mortal plane. Prior to that, he was getting along with a cane. So, yeah, one cripple taking care of another cripple. With my cane, but I was walking a little bit faster in those days. So before, there she goes. So she's able to do her stuff in the bathroom, actually on the pee pads, and once she knows her path, Mama will just head back to the bedroom and then start hollering for me. Hang on a second, I gotta put her back to bed. What? What are you doing up? Alright, great. Yeah, well, it's early in the morning, you know that. Eat. Turn that off. Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah. You're gonna be whining about it right about the door. You always do such. So, tomorrow, which means let's make this like a you. If I'm sounding incoherent, I probably am. Hasn't been easy on my stress and nerves. My therapist keeps telling me that I need to take care more of myself. Yeah, I'd like to, but I'm doing a 24/7 on a dog that's sometimes very demanding in her older stages in life. A little bit younger, I wouldn't mind because I would be a little bit younger and be able to deal with it with the stamina. These days, I ain't got it. I'm just dealing with her and dealing with myself in the bug war. That being said, guys, tomorrow morning she goes to the vet and we'll see what goes on. This hasn't been the easiest for me to do, to take care of a dog. It's not exactly being alone, it's dealing with a dog in her later stages in life. It's one thing taking care of a younger dog, and I'd be able to deal with that, no problem. But this is different. This is different. And a lot harder. I know with everything else going on, everything else clamoring our attention, everything going hell in a handbasket right now. I'm trying not to focus on that, and taking care of my dog is the number one focus. But me taking care of me, you kidding me? I was a guy trying to take care of the family all my life. Started as a kid, and you turn out to be an old cranky old fart like me. But she still needs to get a shave anyway. Alright, guys. I'll do the griping and grumbling a little bit later, maybe with the political crap. And seeing how the world's coming to an end after the Senate passes the great big beautiful bill, Trump will sign it, and then we're going all to hell. No one play AC/DC this morning, please. That being said.